And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to what will be shortly the round one's Swiss match between Mathguy86 and RaikouRider in the Legend of Zelda Any % No Up+A tournament. My name's James, I go by JSR, and with me is JustinMan114. Just, how are you feeling tonight, sir? Justin, are you there? Can you hear me?
There we go.
Justin is here, I promise. There he is. What's up, Justin?
Sorry, I was muted.
Nah, man, this is going to be an exciting match. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm good. Ready to commentate. Should be a good one. I don't know what Raikou's PB is, but I'm looking that up now.
That's a good question. I do know that Raikou's been improving a lot. He's been working his tail off. He's already known for his randomizer play. He's really good at the randomizer. And, well, GG's in chat for RaikouRider. He saved Princess Toadstool.
39-42.
Okay, versus Mathguy86, a 31-22. Although Mathguy claims he's rusty.
Finished his randomizer.
We are quickly Raikou jumping from rando to vanilla. Like, look at this. Oh, look at that. That was quick.
Wondering if James is still there because I don't hear him anymore.
That's weird. You couldn't hear me.
Oh, there you are.
Do me a favor. Talk about the matchup for a second while I see what's going on with that.
Well, I haven't seen Raikou run this game really, but I have seen him run other stuff, and I think we met him at GDQ. Or I know we met him at GDQ. I know he plays Tetris. He was in the Tetris tournament we did on Tuesday at GDQ. And Mathguy, seasoned veteran, but ever since I've known him, he hasn't seemed to have been able to get a PB. He's been chasing that sub 31 for seemingly ever, so hopefully he gets that soon. He is a great runner.
Yeah, and he's definitely
and he is capable, certainly, of getting a PB. Just hasn't been happening for him, but he is solid. He should be putting up good time here. So Raikou's going to have his work cut out for him.
By the way, Just, can you hear me right now?
I think these guys are just getting all set up in IRC here.
Okay, Just, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yep.
Okay, did you hear any of those other checks?
No, that was the only one I heard.
I'm just gonna have to turn off push to talk for now. I'm having an issue with push to talk. That's fine. That's fine. Because, yeah, like you were saying, Math is a veteran of this game. He's been around the scene for a long time. When I got my 31-22, I was 1 second back of him. And, you know, I mean, there's always that friendly rivalry with somebody that you're close to bopping or that's close to bopping you. And the whole time the friendly rivalry was happening between us, he was always supportive. He was always there rooting me on. In fact, he was in my stream when I finally did get a PB, and he was the first person to congratulate me. And you know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's what's cool about the community. You know, like and the Zelda 2 community is the exact same way. Like people just don't really care what is happening with their time in the charts and stuff. They say they do, but other than that #1 spot, the rest of it's just let's get everyone to improve our times and push the game and find new things out.
Yep, yeah, everyone just wants everyone to beat the game fast, so the more the merrier.
All right, so we're getting ready to get started here. What's the first thing you're going to be looking for in this race, Justin?
Well, I guess the first thing I'm going to look for is what route each one of these runners is going to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably the first thing I look for in every race. It's going to be interesting, and it'll be rare, I think, to see both runners do the same route in a lot of these first-round matches, but we'll see. I know Mathguy does frequently do both 2 first and 3 first routes. He does 3 first, obviously, for PB attempts, but I see him do 2 first a lot. When he just wants to get a run done. So we're off. Wood sword grab.
And it does appear that Math is doing 3 first, but Raikou is doing 2 first.
Yep. Math having a little trouble with the screen scroll here. Lever's getting in his way.
Ooh.
Yeah,
he's going with the reset.
Is he gonna reset?
He's
yeah,
resetting.
nice. It's a good strat. Good strat.
We saw that exact same strat with RC Drone in his race, and it paid off for him. He was able to get a big PB in that, or race. No, excuse me, not a big PB, but a good race time. I don't think it was his race PB though.
Yeah, he's just having a little bit of trouble. I do believe Math still plays on an emulator with an Xbox controller, I want to say. So, props to him for that. Having a time like that on that stuff alone is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm always one to publicly shame emulator, but in all honesty, the skills it takes to be able to play The Legend of Zelda or any really difficult speedrun on an emulator just goes to show you the talent these guys have. And I still tell everybody, switch to console and join the rebellion. You know what I mean?
You should.
At the exact same time.
You should play on console. I don't know how people, like, I could never play this, like, do screen scrolls and stuff on an emulator, but, you know, if you can do it, you can do it. I just think anyone would be able to do it better on console.
Saver and Cananophone, they both have sub-30s on emulator.
Yep, and they probably have sub-29s if they played on console.
Anyway, Math Guy having some bomb issues here. He's going to have to force one here. I don't know if his count's high enough. Oh, and he gets the Troll Dark Nut.
He could always, well, he's going to probably grab the raft and just get the top root bomb, I guess.
RaikouRider having his own bomb troubles.
And he takes a death.
The Diarrhea Gorillas.
2 first can be sneaky because like on the 3 first route, you have like 12 hearts when you go to 2 or 10 hearts or whatever, so...
by the way, Junkty, the reason that Math's video is so much sharper than Raikou's, Math plays on emulator, and Raikou plays on, I believe, Wii Virtual Console, I believe?
Yeah, I thought I saw he was playing the SMB on the it looked like a Wii Virtual Console menu. I didn't know you could play randomizer stuff on that. I don't know how you would do that, but there's probably a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Meanwhile, Math Guy trying to get bombs and having issues. This has been an interesting start to this race for both these runners.
He's gonna get him. I mean, this room has a room drop. I figured he would have just gone top route, but yeah.
Nicely done. They both get their bombs finally.
At the same time, basically.
So... what are the major differences between the 2 first route and the 3 first route? And I ask you that because you specifically have ran both these routes way more than I have.
Yeah, the difference is the 3 first route will make you want to kill yourself, and the 2 first route is actually fun. It's basically... I
was taking a drink, damn it!
No, I mean... yeah, 3 first is just a lot tougher. I mean, first of all, you don't get the white sword. That's right off the bat. On the 2 first route, you get twice the amount of damage. Pretty much after level 2, he's going to be going to grab the white sword now. I don't know if he does the blue ring or not. We'll see. Blue ring is just takes even longer because you got to get more secrets for money and whatnot. I think you get all 3 of the 100 secrets rather than just 1 or 2. But it's a little longer too. I mean, obviously the routing is a little different, so there's a little more overworld stuff. You have to do level 7 after level 5, so bomb management is a little tough in that area of the game. But in the 3 first route, you're managing bombs and rupees basically from the start, and you're kind of always on your heels. The routes do converge though. After level 7, everything becomes the same. So the end game is exactly the same.
It's kind of funny how the different routes in both any percent and 100% kind of all converge at level 7. It's like that red candle room in both routes is kind of like the point where you can kind of see, nicely done by Math, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was intended, but he got a 5er and a bomb, and then immediately hugs a fire.
Yeah, he's the right spot on the global for that 5er. I don't know. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't know, like you said. I mean, I don't know if he intended that, but it worked out.
So Math, low on rupees, good on bombs. Health is a little bit of an issue, and I say that because level 4 has what might be the trickiest boss.
Yeah, he's in trouble now. Hopefully, he gets maybe a hard drop from. He might use one more bomb here. There you go. No heart. He still could get a heart or two from the Vires when he bombs them. Otherwise, he's going to be fighting Gleeok with beep strats here.
And Gleeok is tricky. I mean, every single hit that he deals is a full heart at this point in the game, and he takes 16 hits with that wooden sword. And yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. Oh, Raikou's got to be careful here. Oh,
he's got it. Oh, no! He doesn't have it.
And you know what really sucks about this, Justin? He's got to return.
He's got to walk all the way back up there. Yeah, it's a little far away from the start. It's kind of the exact opposite end of the map.
No.
Yeah, he's
That's a rough death.
He's got to go there. He's got to walk past level 1, which was his next destination, but that's okay.
So, unfortunately, tournament rules state that if you die, you have to return to the screen in which you die before you can progress any further at the game.
In the overworld.
In the overworld, correct. So, and that's simply in the rules to discourage people from using the Death Warp, which is possible if you were to grab the white sword and then immediately take a death on purpose. You can have a huge time save.
Yo, Mathguy, taking care of business here. One heart Gleeok.
Meanwhile, one heart Gleeok from Mathguy. So he'll at least be able to continue his run.
Yeah, he's out of 4 now with bombs, and that's really a big choke point early on in the 3 first route. So he's actually got some smooth sailing now for a little while at least.
Pun intended.
It was not intended, but that's the second unintended raft pun I've made in a few days, so. A lot of not controversy, a lot of new things surrounding the raft now that we have to talk about.
Justin, I don't know what you're referring to. So you act like you were there when it was first debuted. Hey, I gotta admit that was really hype.
I had no idea what was going on.
I don't think I'd heard about it in Discord and I had no idea what was going on. I was like, what is Unos doing? And then all of a sudden, boom. Because like we were talking in chat, like, why is Unos running 2 first? Why is he doing this? And we thought it was like...
Oh yeah, and then he went to level 5, and I was like, why is he in level 5? And then he was in level 8 early. It was just all kinds of weird.
And then it all made sense.
Yeah.
So we were like, that son of a gun.
It didn't even dawn on me until the second time he did it, to be honest. The first time I was just like... I just thought he was showing off the stupid little raft animation or whatever. I didn't even realize where it warped him. I mean, I did, but I didn't at the same time. But,
so now both our runners in level 1. The biggest difference is that Mathguy has level 3 and 4 100% completed. Meanwhile, Raikou only has level 2 completed. So he's got some ground to make up here. Now, luckily, it's still early, and this is Zelda 1, and anything can happen. We've all seen it.
Yeah, Raikou also has a little bit more attack because of the white sword, but he does not have the ladder for level 1, which is a little slower in a couple of the rooms.
Oh, and he's got to be careful here. One heart left.
Yep. Gets a nice heart drop there. That's good.
And there's a high 5.
I don't know if it's me or did his stream get blurrier, because it just looks like one side like I'm wearing glasses and the other side it's like nice and crisp.
Hey, how about that triple crotch sword there? That was swag. Meanwhile, Mathguy quietly building himself a decent recovery from that rough start. He's set up for a 30-30 route. 6 bombs, so he's in good shape. Decides to sword down Aqua Menace, so he'll have 6 bombs unless he forces one into level 5.
Yeah, I think if he had 8, he might have used a bomb there, but He's got to also use, what, 2 in the overworld, I believe, so... Oh, yeah, but he'll get 2, I'm thinking of in the level, not in the overworld.
Yeah, Cantaloupe Me was actually somebody who told me this little mental trick that however many bombs you have at the level 1 Triforce, if you're running the normal world record route, you're going to use 2 in the overworld and 2 in level 5.
That's it, that's right, yep.
But then you're going to get that 4-pack immediately back. So however many bombs you have at the level 1 Triforce, barring any mistakes, is how many bombs you should have when you enter the room of requirement.
Yeah, it's a good way to remember it. Unless this blue Octorok hooks him up, yep. So that's just even better for him.
He's set up. He's got his rupees. He's got his bombs. Now he just needs to build his count, and he'll be in good shape.
Yeah, he's just got enough. 60 is the requirement for here, so... If he didn't quite have enough, he'd still be probably okay. He could try to force, you know, a 5er out here in the overworld.
Meanwhile, RaikouRider getting rupees and hearts. Now I don't know, and I'm not sure if you know, Just. Does Raikou get the blue?
I was gonna say I don't think he's doing the 2 first red candle route because he has the blue candle, and we don't usually get this heart or that rupee secret he just got. I haven't done the blue ring route in a while. I did do it for a long time when I was learning the game. I just don't specifically remember every little part about it, but I do believe it gets all 300 secrets, as well as a few other ones.
We'll have to wait and see how his route develops as Mathguy enters level 5. Level 5, we all love level 5, right?
Oh yeah, it's got one of the best rooms in the game. It's actually 2 of the best rooms in the game.
Fort Gibdo Z?
I hate that room. I actually hate that room more than the Dark Nut room, I think. This
Gibdo,
room right
Fort
here,
Gibdo.
Guy's in. It's a good pattern, though.
Yeah, Fort Gibdo, coined by Lack Attack, can really hook you up and it can really troll you. You want to set up your count going into the recorder area, which is where Math is heading now.
Yeah, I haven't been counting. I don't know what he's at, but he didn't kill many of those keys, so...
But also you're trying to get those bombs that the one Gibdo's holding and maybe get a candy one. Ooh, good start to this room.
He picked up the bomb before he even had 4 left. Confidence.
It happens.
No, he's just like, I don't even think he needed them all. Yeah, he's good.
That was a really good room by Mathguy.
That was solid.
His breadstick. Whoa, it almost looked like Raikou picked that bomb up. I was like, is this Ocarina of Time? What?
Yes, the upside of the 2 first route is you really don't have to worry too much about bombs early on in the run. Like, you don't have to be forcing them and stuff. There's a lot of places where you can just get them for free, basically.
Oh, Raikou, be careful! The raft room that he was just in is really tricky if you don't quickly get past those dark nuts. They can kind of gang up in that area. And he did what a lot of people who don't know this about dark nuts do. He went to the opposite side of the room, and long story short, the dark nuts will target Link or anti-Link, which can be the opposite side of the room that Link is on. So that actually worked a little bit against him. All those dark nuts started bunching up around that door or that staircase, and he couldn't get to the raft.
Raikou wants to grab a few extra bombs there, and he does so, and he leaves the other bomb pack, but he's good with 7. Yeah, doing manhandle of this late in the run can be annoying if you get a bad pattern, but he's got 6 bombs, so hopefully he should be okay.
And luckily he does have the white sword, and he gets...
Nice. Yeah, white sword helps too. 2 hits on the claws instead of 4. With wood sword, if you run out of bombs in that room, it's almost, unless maybe the manhandler has 1 claw left, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm in a race, I'll try to finish him off, but I'll tell you right now, if I don't have any bombs left, I'm probably not going to try to kill him again.
Yeah.
I'll probably just leave him and come back later. I mean, there's a chance that I might go back in. I did that at GDQ because I knew I had those bombs in the shoot room, but... it really just depends. I mean, that's such a risky strat, because if he gets you again, well, now you might be out of bombs again, and oh, by the way, you just wasted a ton of time, and you still have to come back later.
Yeah.
So it's a really risky strat to go back in, and luckily for Raikou, he doesn't have to worry about that.
And he is going to be getting the blue ring. This is when you would get it, and he's got, I would assume, Since he's got the 250 required rupees, yeah, he's going up there to grab it now.
Well, the good news for RaikouRider is that this is going to set him up with great defense for level 9, level 8, level 6, all of which Mathguy still has to do. And Mathguy, of course, is a very capable runner. He's sub 32. He's very easily capable of a sub 30 time, if you ask me. And that being said, this is Legend of Zelda. I mean,
yeah, anything can happen. This is going to be almost like a tortoise versus the hare. Like, Raikou is going to finish the race probably without, I mean, assuming everything goes well for him, since he's got that extra defense, he should be able to avoid any deaths or game overs or anything like that. He might even end up getting the potion before 9. I'm not sure if that's routed in or not on the blue ring route, but yeah, if Mathguy takes a bad game over, like, dying to Ganon costs you what? 4 minutes?
That's 29-20. Feels bad, man. No, I got my revenge on the piggy, so I can finally get over that.
Nice block clip in the dark there by Raikou.
So Mathguy is going to get his 30 secret here. That'll put him 9 rupees away from, well, technically 10 rupees away from how many he needs to actually beat the game.
11.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
He needs 1 for Goma and 1 for Ganon.
Yes, correct. I knew that. I was forgetting about Swag Rupee.
He'll get about 35 rupees in level 2 probably, though. I mean, well, yeah. He won't get that many, but he'll get plenty.
What was the quote there? 35? I'm counting.
Well, I've seen 35 rupee 2s. It's happened. He's already got...
He's got 9 there.
Is that 9? Oh, he left one on the ground.
Skips 1.
Oh, you got 7. It was only 8. But yeah, he left one.
Ladder get for Raikou. It was a solid breakfast room for him. So, and with White Sword and Blue Ring, Gleeok goes from one of the most difficult enemies in the game to almost a joke. Almost.
Yeah, and he's got a little bit extra health compared to what Math had as well. So just,
yeah, you'll see.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Math still needs some money. He gets a 5er there, so now he's got enough to actually beat the game. If I'm him, though, I kind of want a couple more rupees.
Yeah, so hopefully this last rope room hooks him up with like at least 1 5er. That'd be good for the Gorilla room in 7.
And of course he gets 2.
So we might not even see him, unless he gets more rupees somewhere on the way to 7. You might not even switch to arrows in that room. Oh, there's a 5er.
A 5er. I don't think he's going to go back.
I don't think he will either.
Alright,
not worth it.
Oh, he's got to be careful here. He's only got a couple bombs. For Trolldango, no!
Stop no! He really got to smoke him now without using 2 if he can.
Oh, no. Okay,
well, he's going to need to get bombs before the end of 7 somewhere. You need at least 7 bombs to beat level 7.
Well, for a PB attempt, this would be terrible news as we have simultaneous Triforce grabs. But in a race, there's plenty of backup strats in 7.
Yeah, that's true. He's not going to have a problem getting the bombs. I'm just saying. And in fact, you don't actually need 7. I shouldn't say you need 7 to beat it. You only need 5, but fighting Dig Dogger without bombs is kind of lame, especially a triple Dig Dogger.
Fighting Dig Dogger, Dan's game. Anyways, Mathguy will be headed up to do some shopping. He does not attempt the new Rook Order, although to be fair, he's as he admitted himself, he's a little on the rusty side, so that's not a big surprise. Rook Order, very new strat that was just discovered. I actually just did a run right before this race, and I was able to pull off the Rook Order optimally in a run and gold split 7 by 3 seconds. So there is a time save there.
Yeah, it looked really good, clean when you did it too. It's just instant clip after you blew the recorder and blew it again right as it was about to pick you up.
Yeah, that's so risky though.
I mean, it looked tight.
It's very tight. You have to nail it, and there's no visual.
And the visual cue for clipping on the water it's more of a feel. I mean, when you clip that much, you kind of know how it works, though. You kind of just get the feel for it. Like Mathguy just got lake clipped there. There's no visual for that. Dude. That was swag.
So while Mathguy enters level 7 and RaikouRider collects more rupees, make sure you guys give these runners a follow. They're great guys. They're great runners. Mathguy86 and RaikouRider. Also give my co-commentator a follow. Just a man 114, Lil Z. Also in the tournament, his match against Adirondack Rick will be this Sunday, if I'm correct.
4 o'clock Eastern. Mathguy did switch to the arrows, and he made decent use of them. That was a... He'll probably say it's a little bit of a slow run, but he got through there without taking damage and whatnot, so... Or I think he took a little and got a heart back.
Yeah, there's still a lot of really good action coming in this first round. We still have Lack Attack's race, Darkwing Duck's race, Cantaloupe Me's race, Justin Man's race.
I think we're only about halfway through the first round as far as races that are completed.
Just slightly past. We still have about, I want to say, a dozen races. Well, not quite a dozen races, but something like that. There's still a good amount of races left, so make sure you guys check all those out. The schedule is in chat. If you type in !Z1, you can see all the upcoming races this round, and should be really, really exciting.
Alright, Mathguy looks like he might... Oh, look at this pattern he gets. He's gonna clear this room to get bombs. That was an amazing room.
Very nice, dude.
What a pattern for that bomb.
Very nice.
I think it hit every single Gorilla. And Raikou's making his way into level 5. Taking the door.
He's kicking the door down.
See that often, yeah. Oh, Mathguy got a nice Dodongo pattern too. Smoked him and got more bombs.
The Dodong, bro.
Might be able to, yeah, I was gonna say you can just bomb some wall masters now if the bubbles get in his way. Little risky on that last wall master. That looked like it was maybe about to grab him.
We saw that happen to Tear in his race. I believe that was against either Fred or I can't remember who he raced. I'd have to look at the schedule, but I saw that happen to Tear earlier in the round where he got wall mastered, and I'm surprised it hasn't happened that much yet, but we're bound to see it. And it happens to even the best runners, man. It's such an embarrassing time loss.
It's a big time loss, yeah, and it happens more often than you'd like to admit. It's happened to me plenty of times. Raikou is taking care of these Dark Nuts pretty effectively, actually. White Sword makes it a little easier, but he didn't even really take hits. That was really good Dark Nut combat there.
I think he only used one bomb. I might be mistaken.
I think he only had, yeah, he didn't. He might have. I didn't see his Ford Gibdo on 2 first. I actually like to leave that bomb there for the way back because, like I said earlier, he's got to go to level 7 right after this, where you need 7 bombs to complete the level, unless you want to fight Dig Dogger without bombs. But yeah, he's gonna need bombs, so he's gonna need that pack. I'm assuming or hoping that he left there, and then he can force more on the Dodongos if he wants, or he can just try to force some with a 10 count, or even get lucky.
He's gonna kill the one.
Oh, he got another one. They were on top of each other. That was 2.
Really nice luck for Raikou there.
Oh, Mathguy getting a Lionel sword to the butt. Damage boost, I guess. It's not the kind you want.
The red Wizrobes that he's about to run into, you can kind of manipulate them if you let off the D-pad in certain circumstances. It's a little tricky to do, but kind of helps you get chances at bombs. Now he has 3. He's not in dire need of bombs, but he is going to need at least 1 bomb drop if he doesn't want to have to farm on the way to 8.
Yeah, he's got time to get them, but hopefully he gets them. You actually only need, what, 2 for 8 too, so technically he could really just get none until he really, really needs them, but you're not going to get any in 8, so...
Gets bubbled and resorts to using a bomb rather than waiting it out. Uses another one. Alright, don't use that last one.
Yeah, he only needs the 1 for this level, so he's good, and he knows. He'll use it in the next room, actually. But plenty of chances. There's... what, 8 Fires and a few more red Wizrobes he's got to kill, so maybe he'll get... That's pretty much what everyone hopes for, so that's gonna be... He's gonna have 1 chance in here? That was his 3.
Yeah, and he doesn't get it, so he's gonna have to kill a red Wizrobe immediately. Let's hope he does. And that's how level 6 goes sometimes. You'll get those chances and then get whiffs. And you'll either get a plethora of bombs or you'll get none.
I don't know if that,
So far,
that 5 rupee was his 6. Like, I'm not sure if that just canceled his even having a chance at a bomb. Because that was like the forced 5 rupee. Good job staying in the like there. Until the whiz rope fired.
Alright. Well, he's got a bomb chance, I think, on his next kill, so let's see if he gets lucky. If he doesn't get any here, he's going to have to farm in the woods or go purchase a pack, and he doesn't have any rupees, so obviously the...
If the next kill was 6, he could get 2. We'll see. Nope.
Oh!
He gets 1. Okay. Well, 1's better than none. Technically, he still has a chance here. Nope. I didn't know where he was in the global, so...
Ooh, good Goma kill. That was clutch. Kappa.
Raikou's preparing for his entrance to level 7 now. Grabbing the necessary items from the grocery store. So about 2 full levels behind, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. But again, Zelda 1.
7-6.
Anything could really happen.
Matt not showing as much rust as he was referring to earlier. He's actually looking quite sharp. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it was a little rough early, and he even reset, if we don't forget. But...
Yeah,
I think
he reset.
Yeah, he's played well. He's looking for bombs. Next one might be a chance. Nope. He's gonna try more. Again with the 5 rupee. I don't know. Forced 5 would overwrite the bomb if that's if that's where he was in the global. So hopefully that's not the case. In any case, you only need 2 bombs to beat this level, but you need a lot more bombs to beat level 9. So, and you're not probably forcing any in here.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a couple bomb chances if he wants to take the moments to try to get them, and then worst case scenario, you can always try to force one on the way to 9, so he's okay.
Yeah. There's still random chances, too. A few of them, at least.
And then, like, absolute worst case scenario, he could just kill Patra 1. I mean, nobody likes to kill Patra 1, but...
Nah, it doesn't take that long. It's really 10 seconds, 15 seconds, maybe, tops.
Well, he gets a bomb off those Gibdos, so he's good now.
Yep. This is actually the exact amount of bombs you would normally have when you're in this room now, so if you had 8 leaving 6, so... Nice fairy drop. He is taking some damage here. You should be good now, though. 6 hearts leaving that room is pretty good. 4 hearts.
Oh, Raikou!
Not so good.
I don't know if he declined to use a bomb or if he missed it, but he has to fight the Dig Dogger the hard way when he gets through.
At least with the white sword, it's 2 hits per head, not 4. There is a trick you can do. I'm not sure if he knows it. If it's a triple Dig Dogger and you just kill one of the small eyeballs and then leave the room and come back, the other 2 will be dead, so... It's a little, probably slower than optimal, but...
Uh-oh, Raikou, watch out! Oh no! That was so close!
Used a bomb. He, still has enough bombs to beat the level.
Oh, that was so close. That was scary.
Yeah, whenever you get bubbled over one in iframes, it's always scary, because you know you shouldn't get grabbed, but you still, like, sometimes, just the way things work. Wallmaster might just grab you. Alright, yeah, Raikou's still good. He's still even got the bomb he needs for level 6, so... And Mathguy is moving on to level 9. See if he decides to get potion or not. I am interested to know whether or not he wants to do that. Looks like by that half-tile move up that he is not.
It's a bold play, Cotton. But in all seriousness, I mean, Math is a veteran. He knows what he's doing. And
I've seen him beat 9 after dying, albeit in 9, but I've seen him beat it, starting with 3 hearts and doing all the fancy, forcing fairy bombs, strats, and stuff like that. So he knows how to play the game. I assume he'll probably take things just a little safe just to make sure he gets through without dying. And of course, he does have a decent lead. I don't know if he's watching his opponent or not, but Raikou enters the grave from the top. Nice. GG spawns, though.
Oh, that's right. That will mess up his spawns. Yeah.
I think it only messes them up. I don't know exactly how it works. I don't know if it messes the ones in 6 up or just on this screen.
Math was attempting to reset his counter there. Did not quite. So he's either going to have to take a bop or he's just going to have to roll with it. I mean, that's how it typically works, though. You reset your count and then Patra 1 gets you anyways.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if he just kills Patra 1, which would just give him all the bombs he could ever hope for.
RaikouRider takes a wet whizbo right to the face.
Fortunately, blue ring, a little bit of protection. He's gonna see if he can get any hearts back. Nope. Alright, here's Mathguy on Patra 1, going right through.
Nice. Well done on the Patra 1 skip. You can use Patra 1's iframes that he has when he spawns to kind of wiggle your way through. You can actually do that with all the Patras, but Patra 1 is probably the easiest to do that on.
Yeah, it's almost free. Sometimes, like if you mess up the timing, like I do a lot, you won't get it. But usually, unless Patra walks left or does something weird, you're gonna get that skip.
Matt took a couple blue Wizrobe bops in that room, but gets a clutch fairy, so he's still in good shape. He would like a bomb here. Let's see if he tries to force one. He's got a count building.
There we go.
Nicely done.
Alright, so 6 bombs is good. He'll have 3 for reverse C, which is what you want.
Meanwhile, RaikouRider enters Magical Breakfast Room 2 and lets the pattern get away from him a little bit. He's still okay. And Mathguy misses the clip. He's going to have to kill Patra 2. He's got to be careful. He's pinned.
Oof. He gets it. He gets it. Still decent amount of hearts, and there's another heart there. Nice.
And of course, he won't have to worry about Patra 2B, because that Patra is not 2B.
Yeah, that's actually, even though you lose a lot of time killing it, that's comforting knowing it's not going to be there on the way back, to be honest.
Alright, so he's going to try to get all these blue Wizrobes to group up in the bottom left, drop a bomb.
He's got it. That's the god pattern. And the orange ones were already just dead because they were in his way.
Well done.
Just about as good as you'll see that without, unless you see beam strats entering the room.
So he'll pick up silvers as Raikou gets his 6th Triforce, well, technically his 7th. He'll be heading to level 8. Math is set up pretty good here. He's got 8 hearts. He's got enough bombs to beat the game. Nice reverse clip. Yep. That's a very difficult clip to do.
Yeah, it's a pressure clip. There's not a lot of the clips in the game that like you're really under enemy pressure. You have to do them, so you can kind of just take your time setting them up. There's a couple of them, but that one is probably the highest pressure.
Oh!
If you don't hit it on those first 2 attempts, you're like flailing around the room.
I don't remember who it was that told me the strat that he would kill the 2 red Wizrobes. I don't remember who it was that said that in Discord, but he'll kill the 2 red Wizrobes, especially if he needs bombs, every time. That way, if he misses the clip, he only has 3 to deal with. Nicely done. Oh, good next trap room for Math. He's set up pretty good, folks.
Yep. Home stretch now.
Meanwhile, wow, that pattern Raikou
What is this pattern right now?
Wow, that was beautiful.
All the darkness.
Why can't I ever get that, dude?
Wow. Mathguy had that Gorilla pattern earlier in 7 that looked very similar. It was just like a blob of it was like a king bot from Zelda 2 or something. Just this blue blob.
Mathguy facing Patra 3, taking his time, playing it a little safe.
And he's got it. He can afford a couple of Ganon hugs in here, so shouldn't have any problems. Definitely won't run out of rupees with the swag arrow.
Try to get the stun lock here. Is he gonna get it?
Looks good.
It looks like he's got it.
Like a glove.
And ladies and gentlemen, can I get some GGs in chat for Mathguy86? He's our winner tonight. First place with an official SRL time of 34 minutes and 41 seconds. A really good time considering what happened in the early game. Well played by Mathguy.
Yeah, GG to Math, and Raikou's actually on his way to 9 now. He just finished off 8. Leaves the heart on the floor like a boss. And let me think. He already has a potion. I don't think he can PB. I'm trying to see if he can PB, but it's probably a little bit out of reach. But he can actually get a time that's pretty close to his PB, I believe. So he's been running pretty much up to his splits, it looks like.
Yeah, and Raikou's had a really good run. I mean, the biggest thing he had happen to him was that unfortunate death at the Lionel on the white sword screen. Other than that, he's had a very, very solid run. And I don't know if that death was enough to cost him any shot at a win. I mean, Mathguy was on point from level 4 onwards, but still, a very solid run by Raikou. And once again, folks, give these runners a follow. They're both excellent runners, great streamers, and really good dudes. And, you know, you'll be able to cheer on Mathguy as he gets his PB, does well in the tournament. And then, of course, Raikou is a big rando player, but he's been improving his vanilla time dramatically. And we're going to see if we can't get Mathguy to join us for an interview to talk about his run a little bit. He says he's going to jump in for an interview once he picks his heart off the floor, puts it back in, and it resumes beating.
I don't know what was so stressful about his 9. He had a lot of health the whole way. I was pretty good. Looked pretty good to me. Didn't look very stressful. But I guess it's different when you're... I know it's different, actually, when you're in that level, to be honest. So I shouldn't be surprised. Did I hear a bloop? Bleep bloop?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
There he is. What's up, Mathguy?
Hey, how you doing?
Not bad. GG.
GG's, sir.
Everything went exactly according to plan.
That was a good 9.
Yeah, I mean, I finished
Patrick
strong.
too,
I
but...
definitely had some difficulties in 3 and 4, as I'm sure everybody saw. But if we pretend that the run started after that, I was actually pretty happy with it.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. A little bit of a rough start, but pretty solid run otherwise, so...
I really just felt like resetting was the only way to fix the screen scroll at that point.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta clear your mind. Just fresh start real quick. I didn't see that being a problem, really. You were only 15 seconds in or whatever.
Yeah,
so.
and then as I was placing the last bomb in the second Dark Knight room, I was like, why did I do that? That was so stupid. I should have done the shoot bombs, but I decided to kill a few of them, see if I got a lucky drop, maybe a clock. At that point, they were mostly dead anyway, so I just killed them on the way out, too. And then 4, I got in health trouble in 4 super early. I had to take Gleok insanely carefully.
Yeah,
we were talking about that one heart Gleok was super clutch. But after that, man, you were really sailing. It was a really solid run.
The recorder really kind of got me back focused. I had a really good recorder room that kind of brought me back into a zone, and I was feeling pretty good after the recorder.
Ooh, be careful, Raikou. You've got a potion. There you go. A nice fairy drop.
Have anything?
Yeah, RaikouRider.
I didn't have anything at all.
He's gonna be about maybe less than a minute from his PB, assuming he finishes on time here. He's grabbing the silvers right now.
Yeah, Raikou, unfortunately, he ran the 2 first blue ring route and was the first runner in the tournament so far, if I'm not mistaken, to die in the overworld. And he died in the worst possible spot, right in front of the white sword cave.
Yeah, it was rough.
Part of that route for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of overworld stuff right on that when you only have, I think, 5 or 4 hearts, I guess, when you leave 2, but you get the 5th one. But yeah, it's a lot of, and that Lionel takes 2 hearts per hit. So
yeah, that's a really tough. That's a really tough part of that route for sure, is getting the white sword.
But yeah, so considering your early game reset and I guess you could say troubles, but ooh, Raikou bombs the wrong wall.
Oh no.
Oh no!
He still has... No, he doesn't have enough bombs.
No, he needs a bomb.
He's got a couple...
Oh, he gets a bomb!
I must be like a second behind. Yeah, you got it. That's awesome. Got it from the red robe in the middle. He's gonna potion. That was a bit of a clench moment there. He's getting shot as he went for that bomb.
So, as I was gonna say before, my heart almost stopped. So, despite the reset and early game troubles, a very respectable time. People who reset in tournament races are now 2-0. So you start off 1-0 in the tournament. How are you feeling going forward?
Well, no, I won. Sorry, my wife just walked in the door also independently. Obviously a near 35 time is not going to cut it for a particularly larger number of rounds. So I definitely need to clean up the early game. But I did finish pretty strong. Recorder on, I felt really good about. So if I can keep those ends with some good starts, I might be in decent shape for another couple rounds.
I mean, I'm just gonna say I'm excited to see you running the game again, man. I'm really glad you decided to join the tournament, and it's time, man. Get that PB already.
None of that.
31.
We'll just see what happens for the rest of the tournament. All I can do is do my best and have fun. I don't expect to win against the Unoses and the drones and the Lax of the world, but I'll do my best. We'll have a little bit of fun. We'll see how far I make it.
Well, congratulations once again. Let's cheer Raikou on as he faces his pig. Takes a couple hugs, but he gets them.
There we go, and he's gonna finish, I think, about a minute from his PB. A little over a minute.
Yeah, not bad at all. An official SRL time for RaikouRider of 41:16. Get your GGs in chat.
A little over a minute.
Folks. Yeah, not bad at all. Well done by Raikou. SRL time for RaikouRider.
Raikou is already here in the Discord. What's up, Raikou? If you can hear us.
Not sure if you can hear us. He has joined us for a post-race interview. GG Raikou. Take us through that run if you can hear us.
One moment.
There he is.
Okay, so I saved 30 seconds against my PB from the point where I died on the white sword screen to the end of the game.
Oh, that's nice. So that maybe would have been a PB.
I just got killed in level 2, and then I kind of didn't know what to do. Since I had died in level 2, I kind of didn't know what pattern I would get from the blue Lionel, so what I should have done is I should have dropped a bomb on that screen.
If well, you can always reset that. If you enter that screen and he's up there on the river, if you want, you can just leave the screen immediately and then go back in. He'll be like on the right side, not up by the river or whatever, the lake, not the river.
But that is by far the best level 9 I have ever done.
Yeah, that was good.
Solid 9. I will say there was a moment there, and I'm sure you know what we're talking about, where everybody's heart kind of stopped for a second. We were like, no! And then that candy drop, dude. Did you realize what you had done at the time, or was that kind of something you weren't sure about?
I realized what had happened. I blame Rando.
Oh man, that went from unfortunate to hype in about 0.5 seconds. We were all just really excited to see that bomb.
Yeah, I blame that entirely on Rando. So Mathguy, when's Rando?
Probably right around never. Never will.
Why not? I love Rando. Rando's fun.
Different strokes, different folks. Maybe I'll do Rando one day, but if I did a past Rando before this Rando.
But overall, another real highlight was like all of 4, all of 5. Like 4 and 5 were both amazing.
You had what was it in 8? That pattern of the blue dark nuts when they like all 6 of them just like went into one corner. Or no, I think it was the first dark nut room. Sorry, so it was like all 5 of the blue dark nuts just went up into that top right corner, and you were just destroying them. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, one thing that is nice about vanilla is you get mags, because I am very much used to like wood sword level 9s.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that Rando will do for somebody who's going from Rando to vanilla is there's a lot of scenarios in Rando that we just don't see in vanilla, like a wood sword Ganon. You just don't see that. So it does kind of sharpen your skills for those weird situations, and it actually can really help your vanilla game to play rando. The whiz rope combat in particular, I think, is one spot that most runners improve on.
Oh, absolutely. The wizard combat in general in this race was pretty good. Another thing that Rando experienced help with is you might have noticed when I left level 4 with only one bomb, instead of like taking the normal route that I would go to get like the 100 secret and then do all the stuff on the coast. What I've been doing is I've been trying to just like world wrap over there since it saves a little bit of time, but some of the enemies over there on that side of the map are pretty ugly, and I needed to force a bomb. So I took the more traditional route across the world map because I needed to force a bomb.
Yeah, as long as you got one left and you know you can force it, that's the way to do it for sure. And yeah, you got a lot of chances for random ones too sometimes on those overworld walks, which is nice.
I was paying attention to that as well. I just didn't get one when I needed one. But
yeah, you don't always get them, but
yeah, overall, other than pretty much after the death to the White Sword, that was a really good run. I think if we can take that from the White Sword to the end and put it with like a good beginning, I think that's a 38.
Oh, absolutely. That White Sword death was a real unfortunate part of the run, but I mean, those little things, they end up becoming free time saves for your next run. And I mean, I can just already tell your combat's improved, a ton. And whether that's rando or practice, whatever the case is, man, definitely keep it up. I'm glad to see that you're becoming closer and closer to getting, those 38s, 37s, and who knows from there.
In my attempts that I'm doing just offline and on stream, I've actually been cutting blue ring. I'm just not confident enough cutting blue ring in a race situation yet.
Which is fair. I mean, that's a really nice kind of thing to have, not just in level 9, but throughout the run. And you never know. I mean, one runner makes one bad move in level 9 and takes a red Wizrobe beam to the face, and suddenly you're not only caught back up, but you might have the advantage because he's doing level 9 green tunic and 3 hearts. And you've got, the blue ring and possibly a potion if that's your strat. So, I mean...
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously, if you're capable of cutting the blue ring, it's a great free time save because not only do you not have to go get the ring, but you get to keep all those rupees. But, yeah, I mean, if you're capable of doing it, I'm glad to see that you're attempting to cut that.
I definitely am like good enough to cut it. It's just in a tournament situation, consistency is more valuable than peak performance. I know all about this from not just Rando, but other tournaments I've played in the past, where if your PB is a 39, but your average is a 41. What is my average right now? Let me actually check. Oh, 44, but that has a bunch of 45s in it. But if you're getting like 40s and 41s consistently, you're gonna beat people who have like 37 and 38 PBs, especially if they're doing much riskier routes. I know one of the showcase races, there was a 3 first versus 2 first race that wound up being very close because of deaths to Manhandla. Speaking of Manhandla, that was pretty scary too.
Yeah, I mean, Manhandla is scary no matter what you do, and you handled it very well. I mean, both you guys, and that's one thing I'm glad to see in this tournament is that not very many people, there's been a couple, but not very many people have had a Trollhandla ruin their race. There's been a couple, but yeah, definitely.
I was extremely nervous for Manhandla because I had already run around like a freaking chicken with my head cut off. I had 2 swear to God, Manhandla, if you do this to me on this level 3.
Yeah, after already resetting.
That was...
Yeah,
I don't know if you knew this, Raikou. I screwed up the first green skull so badly that I just reset. And then even after resetting, I was still like plus a minute on my splits after level 3.
Oh, I was plus 2 minutes on mine going into going into level 1 because I died in level 2, which dying in level 2 is not as big a deal as dying on the white sword screen.
Yeah.
But most of my attempts in practice are dying in either in level 2, just to getting ranged in the back, or dying to the white sword screen.
I don't think I
sometimes I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't think I actually died this run.
No, I don't think you did, actually. There
Nope.
was a couple really clenched moments, that Gleeok fight in particular, but you played very well.
Well, the Gleeok fight, I was intentionally easy to not get hit by Gleeok if you're willing to have an incredibly slow fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, you have to still do the going left to right under him and up and down to the right of him. You never want to be to the left. You always have to be to the right. I had to dodge left one point. That was when I was the most nervous. I was like, get back right as fast as I can. Because that bottom right area, up and left, that's where you never get hit if you go slow enough.
So one thing that I would like in my next round would be a 2 first runner versus 2 first runner. That'd sure be nice.
It's definitely a possibility. The way that the second round is going to be seeded is using first round times and records. Records first, and then tournament times. So it all depends on how many runners, put up times that are similar. The odds are pretty good. But obviously falling to 0-1, there's still a lot of time for you to improve and try to bounce back. And Mathguy, of course, improving to 1-0. It's going to get a little tougher in the second round for you, but I mean, you're definitely capable of a really good time. So it'll be really exciting to see.
I did a warm up run directly before the race and got a 32:15 with no bombs out of 4. So I don't know. Go figure.
I mean, you're definitely due for a really good time, Mathguy, and I'm excited to see both these runners. And everybody in chat, make sure you follow both these guys, Mathguy86, RaikouRider. I want to thank you guys both for a really fun race. It was an honor to call it, and I wish you guys both luck going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks, you guys. All right, Justin. Thank you very much for joining me in this amazing race. I want to thank you, and make sure you guys follow Justin as well. Do you want to take us out of here, sir?
Anytime. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? When's our next race? I should check the schedule.
Well, Justin pulls that up. There's going to be tons of action in the next couple races. Some JSR Jokers racing on Friday. So is Darkwing Duck, if I'm not mistaken. Tons of Zelda 1 randomizer and Zelda 1 vanilla action throughout this week into next week. Round 1 of this tournament, Swiss, will end on Sunday night with, I believe, you're either the last or
I'm the second to...
last
Yeah, I
match.
got it up now. King Doll and RKC TKC are the final match that's scheduled right now. I don't know if everything has been scheduled, all of the matches. It looks like at least most of them are on the schedule.
I know Savers match, Lax match, Breasticles match, and there's one other one.
Yeah, there's 2 on here that don't have dates, but they are on here. Savers is one of them. Reeves is the other. Reeves versus
That's
Bobbing versus Bobbing for Fries. I don't see Lack. I don't see Lack on here. But in any case, the next match is tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern. Cake Sauce versus Angry Larry.
Oh, is that the
Unos and Buzz
Lair
Thunder will be on the commentary, and I don't see a restream yet. It says to be announced, so we'll find out where that's going to be.
That one will most likely be on a Speed Gaming channel. Definitely stay tuned. Check the schedule for tomorrow's race. Again, I believe that was 4 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah,
Jess? Is that
4
what you
Eastern,
said?
and then there's 2 other matches tomorrow night at 10 and 11. We got Zarnax versus Rez, or Icy 420 Kush Boy 69, dude.
PogChamp.
My man. And then AMO, 1 hour after that, that's at 10 o'clock Eastern, and an hour later is AMO versus Scofflaw, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
And Amo, has really improved. If you guys
Yeah, I think
don't
he
follow
PP'd
him,
just a couple days ago, or even, was that like today or yesterday maybe?
he's one of the biggest secrets in this tournament. The guy doesn't even have 100 followers yet, and he's a really good streamer. You guys should give him a follow. Keep an eye on this guy. He's going to surprise some people in this tournament, mark my words.
Yep, and that's it for tomorrow on the schedule. So, and then there's still like another 10 matches that are after that. So,
well, Justin, thank you very much for joining me, and all of you guys. Thank you all for watching the Zelda 1 tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you for the next one, and until then, everyone, have a great night and take care.
thanks, guys.